Day 26 of being laid off from my job and pursuing my dream of being a full-time game dev. Today, I began the construction of my weapon system. So far, it is a lot of setting up the foundation, but this allows for a robust and easy to use system going forward. I started out by creating a weapon blueprint, and all it contains is a skeletal mesh and a data asset variable named weapon data. My intention is to avoid creating a child blueprint for every weapon I want, and instead make the whole system data-driven. And let's take a look at what I mean exactly. This is the base data asset for my weapons. A data asset is basically a recipe or a template to reuse throughout my game. It has a mesh, a socket, and some abilities it will grant, and an anim instance, which will allow me to hot swap the animation blueprint. So instead of child blueprints, I make data assets that will feed data to the weapon blueprint. In my weapon blueprint, I also added this small code so I can even place them in the game world, again, without creating child blueprints. So here's two examples using some temporary assets. To tie this all together, I made an actor component named Equipment Manager. An actor component can be thought of like Lego pieces that contain code. If I want something to have this specific chunk of functionality, I add the Lego piece to it. So far, the Equipment Manager simply has equip and unequip weapon, which will do just that. Equip weapon will simply spawn in the appropriate weapon and attach it to the appropriate socket, both of which are driven by the data asset. Let's check it out spawning in a dagger with the temporary asset we saw earlier. So when we press keyboard 1, it spawns on the dagger exactly where we want, but if we pop out and look, ouch. Also, please excuse him not having a face. This is where the anim instance variable in the data asset comes in handy. I can create a specific animation per weapon and just hot swap which animation class to use. Here it is now with an altered idle animation specifically for the dagger. Much better. That's probably enough yapping for day 26. The current problem to solve is that the current setup isn't replicating yet, so that's next. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.